days, I pray for better days. Working hard cause I want extra pay. Talk to them seeds, but you must demonstrate. Cause it's your ways that they gon' imitate. Non-violent. Sometimes I wish I would've went to college. Frown proudly. Cause where I'm from, they hate you when you smiling. Your faith should be your gun. You can't leave home without it. The children being grown, cause all the parents acting childish. You show them your reality, I bet they doubt it. You tell them all about your dreams, just when they out it. Your own blood. Ain't no family no more. They do you badly for show. You try to patch with your soul, Lord knows you on a mission to show him you so submissive. The prayer said in silence, you know the devil can hear him, pay attention. Know the war's within, how much time do you spend? Try to balance your zen, then again, losses is lessons. You tell me you trying to win, we know about saving money. You tell me you trying to spend that blood on it. Sweat, tears, you put that love on it. Your best years was just a dumb moment. You tired of going hungry, can't deal with fake making your life lonely. Your lack of faith that left your soul bony. But you gon' work and you gon' strive, do what it takes to survive. What is truth, what is a lie? You know that war's inside. Some get draped into the fake, they don't know what to decide. Wrong choice, meet your demise, keep that between you and I. You realize, some people you gon' let go, you visualize. The things you need to feed your soul is on the rise. They not gon' wanna let you go, but it's alright. It's cool to bury what's gon' grow. Went from wrong to the right and to the dark to the light. It was a hell of a fight. You give it all your might. Gotta hold on tight and you stay strong and precise. You fight the war that's inside, cause it might change your life. From wrong to the right and to the dark from the light. It was a hell of a fight. You give it all your might. You just hold on tight and you stay strong and precise. You fight the war that's inside, cause it might change your life. I ain't the person that I used to be. So what I do today ain't things that you used to see. Stay the same, no, things change usually. Some folk I may know might get reintroduced to me. Yeah, I ain't the person that I used to be. So what I do today ain't things that you used to see. Stay the same, no, things change usually. Some folk I may know might get reintroduced to me.
Yeah. Don't be stressing on the dumb shit, cause God is gonna make a way. Just keep going and keep your faith, so you can win this race. This race called life, yeah, yeah. This race called life. This race called life, yeah, yeah. Race called life. Yeah, 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 yeah. I'm grinding 'cause I know that I'm gon' get it. I just gotta have vision, keep faith and be humble. Have some patience with it. I've been A1 since day one, been always on my job. I never been a fake, never had to steal and rob. Cause I do good business, I'm too good with it. And even though I'm on this road, I'm still daddy to my children. You know I do good with them, and don't like being missing. But I hate when my bills are thicker and my pockets get thinner. But I can't stress up on the dumb shit, cause God is gonna make a way. I keep going and keep my faith in my pace, so I can win this race. Win this race called life. This race called life. I'm just trying to win this race called life. This race called life. This race called life, yeah. Race called life. I'm just trying to win this race called life, yeah, yeah, yeah. I keep on running in this race called life.
Yes, we in here.
Race called life. Girl, I just gotta win this race called life. This race called
Peace, Titan
life.
family.
Just gotta win this race called life.
Okay, okay, that's enough of that. Let's go ahead and get that out of here, man. How you feeling today, man? We in here with Taz right now. We are doing a recap of the results show yesterday. For full transparency for everybody at home who may not have understood what happened or what was going on, and as well for full transparency to Taz. I hit him up before I went to sleep. I was working all night. Like, yeah, we got to do this because there are people who are confused. So, just so that way everybody's on the same page as to what happened. I'm sure even the judge is probably at home watching. If he's not, matter of fact, let me make sure he gets the link too, so he can watch this live. I ain't sneak this to nobody or talk behind nobody back. We don't do that over here. How you feeling today, Taz?
I'm good, bro. Ohio State just beat Michigan, and everything's great.
Shout out O State. You already know that's where I'm from. We reside right now. I love to hear that good news, man. How did you feel about what happened last night? Before we go into the video.
I mean, just for me, it's more so like the issue ain't ever to lose a debate. It's like, okay, so can you tell me why I lost? And
Mhm.
if you can't tell me why I lost, I'm going to feel like you threw my goddamn debate. You know what I'm saying? And on top of that, it's even going to be reflected in the scorecard. And so if you can explain to me what it was that I lost based on through your judging, I don't care. But when I'm looking at the rubric that we're supposed to judge through, you know what I'm saying? And I mean, there's an expectation for how the debate is supposed to be judged based on the rules. And so I'm thinking that's the format. You know what I'm saying? So if you go outside that format, that's crazy to me as a judge because we have a format that we debating on.
Facts, and that's facts. I agree with you wholeheartedly, and I understand that. Go ahead. I didn't mean to cut your wisdom.
Oh no, I'm good, fam. I mean, again, I mean, I just one of the reasons I wanted to do this is because you got people who they like to make it seem like they're capable of having that conversation with me. So it is more like to an open challenge for someone who may have thought he won. Like, could you explain it? 'Cause I'm saying neither one of them could. Right. He crashed out and couldn't even handle the conversation. The judge stuttering, oh, I gotta go. If there's anybody who wants to do a video like, let's say that moron JJ 7000 or Dick riding ass Chris Harris, who's playing in the background and calling people and doing whatever he can, either one of you or anybody else who thinks they can argue that point, I just want you to know I'm here to argue it. I don't believe you. I think
We
y'all know the boss.
we could definitely set that up if anybody thinks want or is brave enough to come and challenge him on that. Dang, wrong sound effects. Where am I going at? There we go. Yeah. Stay here if you're feeling like you're feeling froggy about what happened or you got something to say about it. That goes for anybody. Again, that's funny that you mentioned people calling around about the results. None of that matters because my judges are unbiased and I'm not even trying to influence them. That'd be a bad character in me, and I think they would look at me crazy if I come with some motive like, "Hey, make this guy lose or vote it this way." They'd be like, "What? What are you doing?" I figured that would probably be the last time I see him because if somebody did that to me, I just wouldn't come back. I may not say anything straight to their face, but I just wouldn't come back. And Zion popped up. He's in the back. Zion, if you do come on, I'm going to have to bring you on at the very end of the show due to recent conduct. I don't want to have you derailing the flow of what we're doing, and I can't guarantee that your decorum would be on 10 just based on previous performances. I'm only going off what you've shown me, not any preconceived notions that I have about you. Shout out to you for dropping down. I appreciate you. And yeah, you can come back up at the end after you get a full, thorough explanation as to what's going on. But I don't need you chiming in um, early of hearing us out or hearing what we actually have to say, uh, and seeing what actually happened, because I still don't think that you have a full grasp, because it's kind of hard to explain. It was confusing and it's all over the place. It's not like you're not capable of understanding, but you were in the middle of it as well. So sometimes it's hard to see things from that bird's eye view when you're literally in the thick of it. First, I almost want to pull up his scorecard first, and then we'll go back to the scorecard. But I'm just going to pull up his original scorecard. This is what was originally sent over to me from him. As you are aware, I have my own scorecard and my own scoring system. So when I receive this from a judge, I'm like, what the F are you doing? What is this? This isn't the criterion that we're going off of. And this isn't the scoring system either. As you see, his scoring system only goes from 0 to 3, 3 being the highest score that you can receive. Um, my scoring system goes from 0 to 5. He also has different categories in here that aren't in the criterion that I applied for this tournament. So when debaters are showing up to prepare for a debate and I'm sending them the scorecard and the criterion, they're preparing for the debate under these conditions and under these rules of engagement, and knowing what the judges are looking for when they show up. And we didn't give them that, and we fell short. I fell short. I'm going to take full accountability of it. I fell short as the platform owner, with the choices that I made as judges, and it's okay. It's not a big deal. I'm not even beating homie yet. The fact that he still took the time and watched, he loves watching these debates. I just think that there was a miscommunication somewhere. He's never been in a debate league. So I don't know why he thought it didn't matter, but to him, he thought that it would just still be okay. Maybe because this is YouTube, or maybe because he knows me personally. You know, I won't make any assumptions because I'm not trying to slander him or his character, what his motives may have been or intentions. But yeah, this isn't what I supplied him with. This isn't what I supplied my contestants with. So this isn't a scoring system that I could use. What I did was I sent him the scorecard again. He claimed he hadn't got it, but it was in this inbox prior. I screenshotted that and sent that to him as well, because he got up here live and said that you never sent it to me. Like, bro, we've been over this. This isn't your first debate judging. We went over this the last time, honestly. And I thought it was going to be a problem that didn't persist. It carried over 2 times. 2 times he did the same thing. So no, at this point now it's lazy and not caring about the craft as much as the people, me and my contestants do. So I can't have that. And for that, I just had to take him off as a judge. He's removed from the list of judges currently. Not to say that relationships can't be mended and things can't be fixed or whatever, but that's a bridge we'll have to cross, and I'll worry about that when we get there, if that ever happens. This scoring system is way off and it's way out of whack. I told him to fix it and go off the criterion and the scorecard that I provided him. Again, this is very weird. 0 to 3. I don't know how to even read this. I guess he did a half-ass job, and he filled out the new scorecard, sent it over, and say, hey, I'm gonna just read my notes that I took when I made this. When he was reading those notes, he starts repeating these numbers, which didn't represent the scorecard that he sent over that I was actually showing on the screen. So live in air, he's compromising the integrity of everything that I've built and everything we're doing. So I had to stop him live on air. Xion took that as disrespect to him. He looked at it as the only person here who's for me is judge number 2. He's the only person in the crowd here, period, that thinks I won, and you're over here trying to bash him. So he thought I was in an attack against him, trying to rig it against him. That's what the impression that Xion was under. So he thinks I'm trying to tell the judge his result is wrong and I'm going to make him change it or something to that nature. Maybe he will come on at the end after we explain everything and then give his actual take. If he can maintain his decorum, I'll allow him to do that. But that was the impression he was under. He's like, man, because he talked to me after and we were cussing at each other, cussing each other out. If you listen to the end of the live of the results show, after the county sun song goes off, you just hear me in the background cussing them out like, you this, you that. Send me your cash app right now so I can hurry up and get you out of here so I can be done with you. The last thing I'm about to say is y'all ain't get paid. You showed up and did your performance. I ain't worried about that. The money is nothing. Take your money so I don't got to deal with this anymore, because I'm trying to set a higher level of decorum and a higher standard for scholarship on this channel. So that was where our miscommunication landed. He thought I was trying to set it up against him. And I'm like, bro, I don't care who wins or loses. At the end of the day, the people showed up. That's my win. I could care less about Taz winning. I could care less about you winning. He made a statement that I wanted Taz's followers. I'm a growing content creator. Of course, I want Taz's followers. I want all 16 of my debaters to have their followers coming over here. And if I said anything different, I would be fake and lying. And you would probably recognize that immediately. Like, who doesn't want as many subscribers? So if I was going to rig it a certain way, it wouldn't have been for Xion or somebody was going to influence it and make me do something. It wouldn't have been that way. If I was disingenuous and a shady character, I would have rigged it in the way that gets me more monetization, more subscribers, and more followers. But I don't do that. That's not why I built this, and I'm never going to do that. At the end of the day, again, I could care less who wins or loses. Y'all both showed up. And then, like I tell people, the judges are entitled to their own opinion too. It's just two people. Who cares? You know what I'm saying? Take it on the chin, tighten up, take their advice, and move on to the next one. But with situations like this, it's even hard to get the advice when people aren't following the proper criterion, aren't going off the proper point scale. We need this to be done a certain way so that way people can grow and get better as debaters. And that is my mission with the whole judging system and the way I've set it up. I was in leagues prior. We had mystery judges. We didn't know who they were. They didn't give you a summary or a reason why you lost. They just told you their vote. They maybe gave you one or two sentences, and that you have to be happy with that. Didn't know who these people were. And again, when I first started this stuff, I took notes on all of this. And that was one of the biggest complaints that I have from all of the debaters was we want unbiased judges. We want judges that aren't mystery judges. We want to be able to see our judges. We want to be able to hear the reasons why we lost. Is there some scale or system that we're grading off of? Because how do we know how to prepare for these things? That was the number one complaint. So that was the first thing that I tried to address and fix. And I'm still working out the kinks. So I appreciate everybody who's rocking with me and bearing with me. I don't know why I clicked the comments open. Let me close them, because I'm not going to make the same mistake that a lot of people do on here, which is reading the comments when you need to be focused on your show. That was another problem that happened. That's another story for another time now. Now, what we're going to do is play the recap of what Judge number 2's mistake was live, because I want Taz to be able to weigh in on this. And the link is in the chat. After we play this, I will allow other people to come up and give a response after Taz is finished with his. So I will be dropping that link shortly for all of the fans, viewers at home, other contestants who have questions or comments about this and concerns as well. So let's get into that. Let me share my screen. Did you want to add anything before we play this video, Taz?
Nah, you can go ahead and play it, bro. I will say this though, again, like I'd like to highlight that on his personal scorecard that he's keeping, Xion scored the top score in every single round, every single place you can score the top score of 3. He scored a 3. So I mean, I don't know why the judge was so hurt and so biased. I think sometimes these topics get to people, but yeah, I mean, it was evident even in the scorecard that you presented that you just like went down and write numbers. You didn't really take out your time to actually assess the debate. I don't even know if you watched it for real.
Let's get into it. Let's see what his reasoning behind these judgments were. The reasoning behind these numbers from his original scorecard, and then we are going to show the new scorecard to see how it differed. What changed? Does it even line up right correctly? I have questions about it too, which is why I had to stop what was going on. Like I just couldn't let it happen on my watch for the sake of trying to let things flow smoothly. I'm not here to let things flow smoothly. I want things to be done the correct way. So let's get into this right now. Oh, my apologies. I'm the one who's muted, and I muted y'all to tell y'all. I'm thinking y'all can hear me cutting y'all off. We have the second judge on the panel. My apologies. I muted both of y'all. That was me. I was trying to talk.
Because I know that you.
No, that was an accident. I was trying to cut in front of y'all, but y'all couldn't even hear me.
Fair and honest brother.
Yeah, I was trying to cut y'all off and say we had a judge.
I know you're
here,
a fair and honest brother, so I'm never going to take it personally.
Let's shout out Brandon X Bell to the stage. How you feeling today, B Bell?
Yo, what's good, man?
Okay, let me go ahead and pull up this scorecard. We're going
Happy
to
happy indigenous people getting their land taken holidays.
yeah, some of that. Where are these results? You sent me these scorecards. Hold up. Wait a minute. Where'd I save them to? And everybody on Taz's page, I'm about to end the stream on his page. The link is posted in the chat this time. He gave me a rent. Shout out Taz for
And
that
make
one.
sure y'all do come over here because
Come
y'all
on
didn't
over
freaking
here.
come
We're
over
about
here
to end it. If you want
the
to see the
last time.
second judges'
Yeah.
results, get your butt over here. The Titans Debate League. Again, that's at Titan. And hey, who said that? Did somebody say that in your background, Taz? Because I was about to say that. Did you hear that? I thought I heard somebody say, "Is he drunk?" It's like a female voice. I don't know where that came from.
That might have been. I don't know. I heard it too though just then.
I just heard that shit out of nowhere. I paused it to say, I don't know what was going on. I think he may have been under the influence, which is cool. I drink too sometimes. I've actually showed up to a debate off, a little tipsy to try to give me some extra fire. They call it liquid courage for a reason. So
Hell no.
take off some of the edge. Look, what happened though, they ended up running late, like an hour late. By the time they go live, I'm like drunk now. It's like it didn't work out in my favor on that debate.
Yeah, I would never. I'll be on here bumbling and stumbling, bro. It'd be bad.
I took the L. I took the L on that one. Nobody noticed I was drunk. They said they just thought I was crazy. So I appreciate that one. I'm gonna go ahead and let this play. This debate league.
Lilith, eat your own fucking game.
Be nice to the crowd, sir.
No, I'm not gonna be nice. Because they're not being nice to me.
Stop looking at the chat. I'm gonna have to take you off the stage. I'm not asking you.
You hurt.
Can I be asking when I be saying something? That's cool. Stop responding to the people in the chat. Thank you. Why are you responding to the people in the chat? We're having a show. Me, you, the judge, and Taz. It is not with all 1,000 people who could possibly be watching. If Taz's people can go ahead and get on over here.
For all the millions and millions.
You should stay up here, bro. I'm doing a show live. You left to call me. That's not what's going on. Now, I'm removing Taz's thing from the stream. Appreciate all of y'all. The link is in the chat.
The judge over there like he in the WWE.
Sheesh, man.
Shout out my
I just want the judge who's on stage to be able to speak.
I know
Why
him
did I
in
have
real
to
life,
do that?
man. I didn't. Didn't make me happy.
Heck. Okay. Heck of a Saturday. Is it Saturday? Is it Friday? I don't even know what day it is.
It's Friday, Mike.
It's Friday. Let me pull up these scorecards. Okay. Yeah, he threw me off with that. Let me find what I'm looking for now. My apologies to the people in the audience. I don't know. He's going off and cussing out people who are in the chat, females and ladies. We're not going to do that. Okay, we'll start with. I'll pull up the first scorecard that you.
Who's that? Meta World Peace.
This is Taz's scorecard you submitted. Do you want to go over? You said you wanted to explain live.
I mean, yeah, because I had time for the notes. So basically, in the tale of the Black Messiah, pros, cons. I have debater B listed as Xion, debater A is Taz. Round one, the introductory round, clarity of argument. They both did pretty decent. I gave Taz a 3. I gave Zion a 5. Zion really had his stuff together, really put it together well. Laid out good examples of the positives that it did for our people. I respect what the evidence and examples that he was able to bring to the table.
Because I'm confused.
And I felt like some of the evidence and examples that was brought to the table.
Wrong. He said he gave you a 3 and Zion a 5. That's what he said. I think that's what he said, but he's reading off. Like, let me show this on the screen again. You see how he has it set in round 1 and round 2? He's reading each of these. Then I don't know what the heck he was doing. It ain't no 3 and 5 on here, but he's reading these segments. He wasn't reading the segments that were on the screen and then saying 3 and 5. It was just so confusing. I recognized it immediately. I know people in the chat caught on after a few minutes, like, what is he doing? He's got his own system. Like, and that's just not going to work.
So I mean, I'm just listening to him, even though I disagree with what he already saying. But I'm just listening because, again, I want to lay out of why he's making, these judgment calls. Because again, when I saw the screen, saw 3-2-2-3-3. I'm like, bro, like what? You know what I'm saying? And so, I mean, I'm just being honest with you. He does not even have the vocabulary to judge my debate. So I was interested in hearing exactly what it was that he heard that, that he can come up with this assessment. I was interested, not necessarily that he got to debate me, but at least make me understand what you heard.
Don't let me set that one up. We might have to see if we can put that in the works, man.
Like, none of these dudes can do that. None of them. Anybody that says he won that debate won't hit this link. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, for me, that's the question. Is even when he was up here yesterday, he said, well, Father Divine didn't. So I go and I pull the source and show him, no, Father Divine worked on anti-lynching campaigns. He was certainly for the entirety of Black prosperity and Black liberation, while also calling himself a Messiah. There's nothing you or Chris Harris can do to help you. That's why y'all needed a fraudulent fucking judge to even be in the debate. This is ridiculous, bro.
He wasn't a fraudulent judge, and none of them know him to get in contact with him. Like, that's the beautiful thing about the judges. They're not in these back chats. They haven't dealt with this conscious community yet. I'm getting people who are completely green to all of this. So that's why he's being green to all of this is also being green to why this would be a major problem.
But see, some people heard that debate as you going against Fred Hampton.
That's what he actually told me when he called me. He called me before he did the scoring, and he was like, "Man, why? What the hell would he say this?" Like, he was going off. Like, dude is getting, and he was saying. So I know his judging and the result he came to is genuinely how he felt. He just didn't. The scoring criterion maybe threw him for a loop, or maybe he wanted to rush that and just say, well, I know who won. It was him. So let me just go and fill it in like that. Whereas you need to be filling it in and then looking to come to your conclusion. I don't know. And there is no section for who's right or wrong on this. If you notice that, it's not like, who do you think? I mean, I guess what would you put that under looking at these criteria? Argumentation?
Well, see, if you judging with your feelings, which is clearly what he was doing, he wasn't judging the debate based on what was being said. He just didn't like what I was saying.
Okay, and I see how that can.
Who's lone wolf lion cub?
That's Zaya.
So, bro, here's what I'm saying, bro. I will watch him again right now. Like, how about you let him up here and you drop down and watch him crash out again because he can. Bam.
Get up here, Zion. We're going to do it for the fans, man. We're going to do it for the fans.
Make the argument. I will watch him again right now.
Because I think we already have explained this confusion enough. And even if we don't show the rest of this video, now everybody understands what's going on. So if you want to get on up here and you have something to say, please try to keep the decorum where I like it.
Yeah, but like, bro, because like for real, that's the problem. Like you crashing out and they want to help you. I want them to think they can help you so I can watch you.
I'm dropping down. Like, hey, we about to get the people the show they wanted to see. I'm going to go ahead and drop down. Let me take this off the screen, and you two gentlemen can have the floor and iron. Let's see if you can iron this out man to man. I am right here in the back listening, and I will hop up here if y'all start to do stuff that'll get me flagged. So it is on you two gentlemen.
Right. So I took your affirmative argument, gave you two representations of your affirmative argument because you could only debate one part of the Black Messiah argument. You're still leaving out the entirety of my other argument. Why is that? Hello, are you there?
All right, so here's where you kind of lost, bro. And this is where you're not able to accept it because, you know, we're men and, you know what I'm saying? And this is what men do. You know what I'm saying? We don't concede. But The reality is the title was loaded, and the loaded part is no matter what negatives you could bring up, you could not remove. You even said, "Oh, he's only focused on the positives." Once you admit that there were some positives, I win based on the title. I win based on the title because there were benefits, even though there were negatives. Now, when you try to make this what they call a hasty generalization fallacy, not just to say that you also use straw man argumentation as well. You brought up a couple of people who had nothing to do with the Black liberation movement. Maybe in that sense, Father Divine might have taken advantage of it, but you also got to remember that back in those days, that's what the thinking was, that everyone, you know what I'm saying, was in the church or part of some organization. You know, I'm just saying, bro.
But so, we can't do these run-on things, bro. We going one.
Okay, but what I don't want to do is I don't want to get into a you know what I'm saying, a muddling fight, because I know you like to do that. Because
I don't. I want you to tell me who was
come off as more relevant if you have to attack somebody's. You know, I mean, it's all fair in love and war, right? It's all fair. Right?
Because I mean, I need you to understand something too before
I understand very well, bro. You what you're not going to do.
I don't think you do.
I don't need you to patronize me, bro. That's not respectful either.
And then you don't listen.
I know that's for the audience, but you're not going to patronize me.
You started off making it seem
years
like
old, nigga. I got degrees in the whole nine. I'm not.
Man, check it out. A1 called me. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
I wasn't looking to contest the results. I know you lost. I know you.
I won though. I won. People were saying, and you got mad about somebody hitting me up before the results came in.
Go ahead.
That person hit me up before the results and said I won. And there was multiple people who said I won just based off the subject matter and off the title. That's why when you should have allowed A1 to change the debate title when he was ready to change. He was like, so we need to change the debate title. You should have actually allowed him to do that. And I was prepared for him to do that because either way, if you make a debate title, I have to
tell me which leaders.
Always going to be in your favor. If I make a debate title, it's going to be in my favor. That's the problem that you're not seeing here, that the debate title is in my favor. The debate is not about now, right, bro.
Well, can you prove it right now? I'm right here right now, and you keep
what do I have to prove, nigga? Am I going to get another $50 if I beat you up again?
You got the $50, and you won't be advancing.
No, I'm just saying, like, why would I? Why I won, nigga?
You know you're not advancing, right? You know you're not advancing, right?
I won. It's okay, nigga. Like, listen, B.
Can we have a real
lost debates that I thought that I won.
How did you win?
It's okay. It happens in these debate streets, my guy. You know what I'm saying? You'll be right as rain and still lose according to the judges.
I asked you to come up.
One, I say the judges were the most fair that I have ever seen. I have ever seen these judges were the most fairest judges.
I literally asked him to bring you up, bro. And
I know, but I'm not crashing out, but I'm not going to let you sit here and talk bad to me on some.
I just want to talk.
But you're being passive aggressively disrespectful.
How? You started talking about it,
bro. Is that what you say to your women when you fucking try to be emotionally irresponsible with them?
Zion, land your plane and then let him get a chance to respond.
He's not even letting me land my plane, bro. Like he's trying to hump my
Please land your plane, bro. I'm on mute.
What I'm about to do is put a timer on the screen, and my bad, Zion. I didn't mean to remove you. Hold on, let me remove myself, and then it'll put you back up because that's a custom screen. But I'm able to put a timer in the corner, so I can actually just show you to Google. I'm gonna give y'all 2 minutes apiece, man, just to try to maintain some.
Need 2 minutes because
1 minute. Let's go.
If you don't need 2 minutes,
if you don't need 2 minutes, you can yield.
That's fine,
I don't, because I'm asking.
I might need 2 minutes. I
know you need 2 minutes.
I appreciate it. A1.
It sucks that we have to pull out a timer for.
No, I know,
but that don't help me though, fam, because I'm trying to drill down the fact that this man is running from the
pause, bro.
I wanted it to help you by letting him not be able to talk over you at all. I didn't want him to be able to speak, and as that timer up, he got to be quiet. Hold on, why does it keep showing?
God damn, this is sad.
Let me remove myself.
So it's my time, or is it his?
Bro, please go.
All right, so this is the thing, man. You know what I'm saying? The title was loaded. You know what I'm saying? Even to suggest that there was anything good, and even learning from mistakes. Like I said, you know what I'm saying, you have to separate the meat from the bones. You know what I'm saying? That is a part of life, bro. And you're not going to get away from the grifters. You're not going to get away from the cults of personality. That was even in their culture as well at the time. They had that going on from the 1880s to the fucking goddamn early 1920s. You had the freaking daggone Adam Blavatsky. You had Aleister Crowley. You had freaking daggone, the dude that freaking the Owaspy brothers were following. There was a huge out. Like I had read a whole entire section of a article that talked about the modernity and how saying people were beginning to challenge traditional belief systems, or even adopt them, or saying and kind of adapt them towards that time period. So I went through all of that, and this is one of the reasons why you cannot minimize the good by just pointing out the bad. That is what is called a fallacy of hasty generalization. It's basically trying to paint a broad brushstroke. So we had a lot of things that were bad that also had goods. That the moment you say that there was any good, even if you could say that the good was lesser than the negatives, you concede the title. You are basically conceding your position in the debate, which is that it was all bad. Okay, was it beneficial? Were there benefits? And we saw benefits even later on in the 1940s, 1950s. He wants to bring up cult leaders, but then totally reject the actual leaders who were not, taking advantage of the people, who were not, manipulating and trying to be worshipped as some kind of god or whatever, but they were still considered that they were more or less, the threat that
That's time.
COINTELPRO was looking for. Right. Go ahead.
And let me restart that timer. We're doing this like a debate. Time starts when you start.
That's cool, man.
Yeah, I've never heard such just rambling. So look, again, the debate was about the movement of the 20s and 30s, and was it beneficial? So if you want to limit the benefits to the 20s and 30s, that's fine. What I did was brought you up to the current day. You used a movie to lay out the narrative. I used the actual people, one, the person who wrote the book, and two, the person who the book was about. Then I extended the argument by showing you the person who wrote the book was actually a person who inspired someone who went out and galvanized a bunch of black people and presented himself as a messiah, as a white man. So not only did the Black Messiah movement negatively affect black people in the 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, but then I moved it up to the modern day, where even now the same religion that has been entrenched in the black community based on the Black Messiah, it's now entrenched in the community through Creflo Dollar and the everyday pastor or preacher that preaches at a church. And 73% of black people are at those churches. None of the things that I said in that debate you're speaking about. For some reason, I think you got a phone call from that gay bitch, Chris Harrison. He convinced you that you can tell me the level of argumentation I have to use. I never conceded one point. You conceded a point, not me. The first judge told you you conceded a point. I know better than to concede any of your stupid points, which is why I did it. So if you look back at that debate, what you'll see is you conceding and me telling you everything you said was wrong. And I'll say it again. This is why you can't do a one-on-one, pass the mic back and forth, because what you're saying is nonsense. Everything I laid out in every facet of that debate, I can show it again. And with the intellect behind it, that's what you're running from. You can't name one of the people I showed in that debate that I misused or framed wrong. I dare you to try it. Name one person that I shouldn't have used. I'm listening.
Oh, time. Shit. He got an extra time anyway, so that's perfect. You landed your plane. Zion, do you have anything back to say to that, or do you think that sums up?
Yeah, no. That was a whole bunch of rhetoric, and that's fine. You know what I'm saying? That's what we do in debate. So I've been studying a lot about debate, and there are specific kinds of questioning. There, and there's a certain kind of hypnotic language, saying that goes on with trying to be persuasive. You know what I'm saying? And what I want you guys to understand is that everything that brother just said there was disingenuous, but it was genuine in the sense that he wants to convince the audience that saying somehow that he won and I didn't win, right? Which is fine. You know what I mean? That's what we do. So we have hold on, let me look at this right here. Can you pause my time for a second?
Come on, all right, man, you got it.
Can I?
No,
Can
yeah,
you?
go
I mean,
ahead. I
if
get
you
it.
don't have to, then
Go
don't.
ahead, bro. Go ahead. Go ahead. No, it was just funny
I mean,
because
we yeah, no,
like
because
it's a real
I never
debate. So
used it. I didn't use it in a debate. I should have,
I
right?
like this 2-minute timer, man. I'm gonna have to start pulling this out at the Spartan.
Okay, yeah. So here it is. It's called a coherence principle,
You
right?
want to share your
So what
screen, or
he
you
touched.
just you got it?
No. I'm just gonna read this
Okay, go
off
ahead.
my what's called. This is a
Time started.
coherence principle. Coherence means that a person who is really truly being honest
He was at
it
118.
doesn't have to concede. They don't have to concede to point out that there are negatives in a certain thing, right? Coherence principle is actually one of it's actually one of the highest levels of debate because easily a person will try to go with the hard angle that they're entirely right and that nothing that they're saying is wrong, and that is actually one of the lowest levels of debating in what I'm saying, like intellectual debating, when somebody's trying to absolutely prove an absolute, right? Anybody who really understands debating knows that there are, there are, there's intricacies, there's there are subtleties, there are things to these topics that are layered. And so an absolutist person who's arguing from an absolutist position is probably and most likely the novice here, right? So when you are dealing with a coherence principle, you get an agreement on a small point, right? So on a small point, there were cats who misused. What is being ignored here is the benefits of the ones who did not misuse their power, the ones who actually were, not the Judases. I brought that out, that we acknowledge that there are also Judases, there are also wolves in sheep clothing among the fold. That is also a part of the messianic language that we have to be careful. And there are always going to be some idiots who follow some
shit.
daggone.
That's time. You got an extra 20 seconds. I'm tripping.
Okay, I got an extra 20 seconds. Okay, so
I was supposed to stop you at
so it's a rank B for moderateness
in
effectiveness, right? So I
you
I thought,
already.
I'm done now. Okay,
Yeah, you're done. Yeah, you're
I
done.
thought he was giving me another. Okay, got
No, I already gave you an extra.
All right,
20.
my bad, brother,
That was my
bad.
apology.
Bro.
It's your motherfucking comprehension. It's your comprehension. That's what's
Who's
so
crashing though?
again, hey fam, be quiet. Quiet. It's my time.
Watch your mouth with me.
And I'm gonna give you some extra time too. Go
See
ahead.
how disrespectful this brother is, but somehow I'm the
This is
wrong.
crazy. It's your comprehension. I waited my time. So now I'm gonna say what I want to say. It's your comprehension. And the fact that I left you with a question that you did not answer shows me again you don't want this smoke. I'll ask again nicely. That way you don't feel like I'm yelling at you. Which person in that debate did I use as a literal or metaphorical black messiah that you think I shouldn't have used? That you think you can undermine the argument? Because my argument was to offset your argument. I'm negative. You presented this shit as something beneficial to the community. I'm telling you, 73% of our community is in a church following this shit because of it. You are doing nothing to undermine my negative. That's the problem. And then you think you can just sit here and cry. He's too negative. He's mean. He yells. No, fam, make your argument because you're dumb. And I understand your stupidity is the problem here. The name calling might get to you, might get under your skin, but you try it and then you get mad when I do it. I heard everything you said. It don't bother me. Can you please answer my question? Please.
Now, I really don't have to answer shit because I won. however, brother, I'll just say this once again. That was a whole bunch of rhetoric. That was a whole bunch of, you know what I'm saying, machismo and braggadociousness that really doesn't have any truth to it, right? So you started my time. Thank you. So
Yeah,
at the end of the day, like I said, you know what I'm saying, there were fallacy arguments. That's what I'm saying. I already stated that it was a over hasty generalization, which is a fallacy in itself, and a straw man argument. Two, you had already conceded. He said in the debate, y'all, that while my brother only wants to focus on the good parts, I'm going to also point out the bad parts. By saying that, you are saying that there were some good parts, and you being on the negative, what you're technically saying to the audience right now by even stating that is that you had to use whatever tool or tactic necessary to negate my argument, whether you were right or wrong. And so from that perspective, brother, you know, you already also said, you know, and I think it was the after show that you would argue the other position, which is fine. But the moment that you chose to agree, you actually played yourself, because you were trying to make it seem like there were no positives that came from it by only focusing on some cult leaders, a couple of that might have had, you know, a little liberation freaking time talk, you know what I'm saying? And the rest of them were dudes that really didn't give a F about, you know what I'm saying, black liberation on earth. You know what I'm saying? It was like, you know, drink this flavor aid and we gonna have our pie in the sky. You know what I mean? You know, a whole freckle back. You brought up freaking Jim Jones. Jim Jones is not a part of that. He might have been a student of this one or that one. I'm saying that there were always people who were implants in our community who always went against, who were grifters. There are always going to be grifters. You are not supposed to trust what anybody just says. You're supposed to watch their actions, bro. And that is the difference between those who were real black messiahs like Fred Hampton and those.
Starting it over for Taz.
Yeah, that's
on
good.
you, Taz.
Yeah, man.
Right. So I think, again, this is why that judge tried to throw the debate for you, and this is why you won't be advancing. This is why you lost, and the judge had to throw the debate for you, because you keep avoiding the question. I laid out a whole debate arguing, and then I just laid it out again for you, the entirety of my debate in the synopsis. For some reason, you're ignoring that Jim Jones had a black congregation. Jim Jones himself, matter of fact, let me show you this, because, you know, we can do sources right now, right? Do me a favor, let me get a screen share.
Time pause. And yeah, let me know when you share your screen.
Jones
Shout out everybody in the chat.
Black Messiah. Right, so
you're not sharing anything yet. Take your time, though. There's no rush. There we go.
Now, I'm gonna just do the AI. You know what I'm saying? You can just ask your AI and it'll take you all the sources, right?
Oh, wait, hold on. Let me go to this other screen. Hold on. Let me remove this.
Because this is the problem, bro. Like, if you present a fucking dummy to judge my debate, bro, I understand that they're upset, they're hurt, but they're not looking at the data, right? Jim Jones is called a black messiah himself. So again, it's not just me talking to you remedial ass slow wannabe pro-blacks. You niggas can't fuck with real information. You keep saying it's about Jim Jones. This is why I'm asking. I fucking dare you to name another name. I dare your slow remedial ass to name somebody else, because Jim Jones is somebody I used in my debate, making the point about the black messiah. You just tried it again. Jim Jones ain't got nothing to do. Why the fuck don't he? Wait, you don't know it because you just ignored my part of the debate and you listen to Chris Harris. You let Chris Harris make you believe you could jump out there and fuck with me intellectually. You can't, nigga. So again, right now, like I said, I can prove it in front of everybody. You don't know what you're talking about, nigga. Jim Jones is a black messiah, but you don't know what you're talking about because you want black messiahs to only be Fred Hampton. Fuck up. Conceded time.
Yep. That's you had 10 seconds left. Go ahead, Zion. I'm restarting the clock.
All right. So this is the very thing that I'm talking about. And the very interesting part is that while he's trying to dismiss you know what I'm saying, the realities that I already brought forth, the Judases and the Messiah, right? That which is a part of this whole entire freaking, you know what I'm saying, aspect of the ideology, you know what I'm saying, that there are going to be, you know what I'm saying, divisive people involved. There is nothing new under the sun, brother. But you know, I still did not, you know, resort to the he's working harder than me to try to prove to y'all and taint the audience with the ad hominems and such, you know what I'm saying? He thought ad hominems was his favorite white rapper. You know what I mean? I can't call it, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to stoop to that level because I don't think it's necessary. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, while this brother thinks that he is, you know what I'm saying, so adept and he's basically, you know, publicly self-adulating, you know what I'm saying? You know, you could put a master's on that baiting, you know what I'm saying, publicly, you know, like his homeboy, you know what I'm saying, public self-adulations. You know, he thinks that he's somehow showing that he is more intellectual by trying to minimize, you know, and that's exactly the same thing that I'm talking about. The Judases, you know what I'm saying? The ego strokers, the ones who exalt themselves, not the ones who humble themselves to their community, humble themselves to serve their people. You know what I'm saying? Like my brother A1, I'm just here to serve. You know what I'm saying? I love that. That is very much, you know what I'm saying, very much 100% a part of the ideal of a black Messiah. Not that there is one person that's going to be some kind of savior, but that all of us who are actively engaged in our liberation and our black, you know what I'm saying, unity in this fight against global white supremacy, that we all are as anointed ones, you know what I'm saying, bringing forth a message, even in our music. Dude, all right.
Yeah, that's 2 minutes, bro. And that's, look, this is what I'm
gonna
do.
brother.
I'm gonna give you 2 more minutes right now to actually address that Jim Jones site I just put on the screen, fam. Please, 2 minutes. There you go.
Nah.
Once again, the brother put up the screen about one person and negating the fact that there were others that were actually good black messiahs, servants to the. That's the whole point. It doesn't matter what you say about Jim Jones. Some Negroes, some ignorant Negroes who chose to follow.
Didn't you just tell us
that
he wasn't?
Is just one instance against a million other instances. You asked me to summarize what I think about what you put down with Jim Jones. It doesn't mean the price of a can of beans in Bolivia, because it doesn't deny the Fred Hamptons. It doesn't deny it doesn't deny any of the other people who have put down their lives and sacrificed their lives, my brother.
Was it false?
It doesn't matter. It
is
minute.
So let me tell you why it matters. So let me tell you why it matters.
I never said it was false.
You said it matters. Well, wait, let me hold on one second.
And I'm not going to take that back.
And then I want to interject after Taz goes, because
let me tell you why it matters.
I'm the one who's maintaining my cool without going to the ad homs, mind you.
Right. So I ain't called you nothing else since then. So I know it hurts. So this is why it matters.
All that stuff. I'm not doing that.
This is crazy.
I got to be the elder.
Right. So this is why it matters. So can you be quiet? This is why you like, bro. So this is why it matters. We literally just heard you twice.
That's why it matters.
Come on, let him finish, because I have something that I'm about to come up with the solution. I got something. Go ahead.
We literally heard you twice on this stream say Jim Jones does not matter. He isn't a black messiah. I showed you that he is the same. No, it's not okay. Not until you say you were right. Not until you say you were right.
No,
that's when it's okay.
What is wrong with you, B? Are you abusive to your women, B? Like,
man, come on, let's keep it focused. Let's keep it focused.
You see what I do to these niggas? You bring my wife into it. You see what I do to niggas?
Like, you coming on real crazy, bro. You coming real crazy, like, yo, you no means no, nigga.
Okay, here's what we're gonna do. I'm about to make an offer, because I like the comment that Nisha Shiraz has. She says, I don't see a solution coming from this. And immediately I'm like, you know what? Not the way this is going. So maybe I should pose one. I see that there's still definitely contention here. you adamantly feel like you won, Zion,
Yes, I
and
do.
Taz
I know I
adamantly
won.
feels he
Like
mopped
the
the
title,
floor
I
with
see
you
the
and
title.
painted.
I had to win.
Taz adamantly
I
feels
had
like
to
he
win.
mopped the floor and painted the ceiling with
No,
you.
he's
I
going
just
to
So,
showed it
say
again.
that. He's going to say
decorum,
that.
I
decorum.
just
Let's.
showed it.
I'm here
I
with
just
solutions.
showed it.
No,
I'm
I
here
you
with
just
didn't.
showed it.
solutions.
So
I'm here with
one
solutions.
side.
Just let me talk. I'm not
I
gaslighting you.
showed what you said I
One side.
can't show.
Yeah,
One
let me
side.
Like,
go
this
ahead
is
and get it in.
crazy, man.
One side,
It's
brother.
So,
unreal, man. We just heard you say I shouldn't have used that. That's not a black Messiah. I come back and show you a source
gentlemen,
that he's the black Messiah, and you're running from that
You don't want
point.
to lose
Why?
nobody, man. It's okay.
Why
gentlemen,
are you running?
I'm muting both of y'all now. So here's the solution that I'm posing. I'm going to pose a double or nothing rematch, and it's going to be all on my dime. Um, Zion, if you win, you already won $50. You'll take another $50 for the debate. Taz, if you win, you will be awarded $100 for this debate. All I need you two gentlemen to do is to agree to that right here, right now. And
What are
then
we
we're going to
debating?
get a face ups. We don't have that yet. Just agree to the rematch first here today.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
we'll set up a
100.
face off later on this week.
Say less.
We'll schedule it, and it's a double or nothing on A1's dime.
And what are we?
And
What are
that's
going
the
to be
least I
debating?
can do to make up for the mistakes that went on in the match with the judges. I'm going to take full accountability for that. All mistakes are my mistakes. If somebody else made them, I should have been a better judge of character or scouted the intelligence of the people that I'm bringing in a little bit better. So let's do it. I got to hear from Taz. You said it's good. Taz, you want a double or nothing? $100 if you win. Zion, $50 if you win. Boom, it's official. We setting it up. I want to see this. I want to see y'all get it in, and I want to see y'all under a sound judging system that's done correctly. Because I don't like things unsettled like
because you're
this,
sitting here
you know?
acting like well, I'm just saying, like, make sure you know the judge who cheated for you is gone. Like, how can you celebrate on a fucking judge that won't be here no more?
And I'm not even gonna argue about that, even though that's not what happened. But yes, I'm gonna let you go ahead and spit your game. Go ahead, King.
I'm just saying, fam, like, the judge ain't here no more. That judge that voted for him. That's not a lie. That's a fact. And so when we sitting here now and you have a chance right now to simply show me where I was wrong at, and you ran. Like, bro, I literally just put a source up on the screen to show you that he was a black Messiah.
He is so freaking linear thinker. You thinking crayons, and I'm over here with daggone, you know what I'm saying,
Can't even come up with the word. Slow motherfucker.
Architecture.
Nigga,
I'm far better than you are.
We shall see at the rematch.
You know I ain't never got put off for freaking goddamn for YouTube being a dick. You know what I mean? For being a dickhead.
Who cares?
We are gonna see
nothing worthwhile.
It goes to your character.
You don't say nothing worthwhile.
So you know what I want? Yo,
you can make dumb shit.
Your father, brother A1. I want the elder.
Bro. Yeah, I'm having my dad judge this one. My dad is one of the best judges. Man. It seems like everybody's requesting him.
Let the elder judge, man,
because of his amazing summaries and critiques on the debates. If you guys go back and watch some of the debates, which one did he judge? He judged come on, man, one that we just had.
That's what I need, man.
Yeah, but you will see the background, and he's a medical therapist background as a Christian preacher. He was one of the judges on the exhibition debate, one of my first debates, Cosmo Cal versus Anu. And then he judged another debate we just recently had, and I can't remember for some reason. Oh, it was King Naga. He judged King Naga versus Suave Boss.
Okay.
So you can go back, if you check out that result show, you will be able to see how his summaries come out. And again, like he does this like for real. So like he's the best judge on my team right now. And I am taking applications for new judges. I do have a criterion for the judges though. Like, so a lot of people won't meet them. They can't be in any of these back chat communities. I don't want them to have ever been dealing with any of these platforms. So I'm looking for judges like that would see what's going on here in the back chats and the negativity and turn the nose up to it. Like, you deal with that? And I'm like, yeah, I'm trying to tighten it up around here, but you coming along and judging and helping keeping the level of decorum up will help. So that's usually how I get people to join along, even though they see how sometimes it could be very divisive or contentious over here.
Right.
So yeah, we're about to get it done, and the second judge. I'm probably going to have I have a new rotating judge, Nisha. She's ready to start
No,
judging.
no,
She's
no,
been
no. You
watching
still
for
didn't
a
like
second.
me in the chat. She didn't like me in the chat. Yeah, I
You don't get to
see.
pick the judges though. That's not how it
Yeah, I'm
goes.
saying,
But
but
I'll
you
take that
didn't
into
want you
consideration
don't
though.
want to have a
She
judge
did
who
see
might
your
be
prior
biased.
debate, and I do want somebody with
She
the
might
fresh
be
face.
biased towards me, and that you don't, so
That's
that's
great.
something called voir dire in even in court. Like,
That's great. But if somebody's
yeah,
biased towards you based on your actions on this platform, that's your problem and your
no,
fault.
no,
And
no,
you
no,
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 let
no,
me
no. You
finish because
don't
I'll
want
let you
that to be a
finish.
part of your judging pool, bro.
You
Because then
just
that,
the only reason we having this
Look, man,
conversation
I
is
can't.
because of a
I'm not gonna let
biased
you talk
judge.
over me on my platform no more. It's already happened too many times. I let you finish your sentence, and now I want to be able to finish mine. I'll pay the StreamYard bill. Now I'm about to let you back up here. Now, what I was saying is, it's nice that you think that you can tell me who your judge is gonna be.
come
Now, if
on,
somebody
G.
let me finish, and then
Okay.
I will let you respond.
If I'm going to debate, then that means that I get a
Let me
voice
finish,
in
and
how
then I
things
will
should
let you be
be
able to
fair.
respond. Okay, I'm not gonna ask you, bro. As I was saying, it's nice that people, all 16 debaters, because don't remember, it's more than just one person on this platform. Thank you. Maybe that rematch won't be happening because I'm not bending for nobody. Um, and I said I may take it into consideration, but you think you about to run anything on the platform, like it just doesn't go that way. And if that's who I implement as your judge, that's who I implement as your judge. If she's biased towards you based on performances that she's seen on here, that is your problem. But what I can guarantee is that these people don't have past beefs with you and aren't holding stuff from 2 years against you. That's the only thing I can guarantee. But yes, these judges are watching these performances even when they're not judging because they're falling in love with their job and the platform, just like a lot of the fans that come here also are. So if you think you're going to have people who don't know who you are, especially when you come on here and make big scenes on a regular basis, that's I think that's far-fetched. And now you're making my job way harder than it has to be. So if she's biased towards you based on things that she's seen on here, I can't help that because they are going to be watching this. So I expect all of the debaters to know that and be aware of that. And if you think your conduct or things that you've said may fare against you later down the line, you need to take that into account before you say them. I can't, I can only do so much. I can only do so much. I'm really only one person, and my team is very small. And shout out to them. You know what I'm saying? Because they holding it down, and we are making a lot of headway. And if he comes back or message me later, we'll set that up. I didn't want to take. He's acting like he about to take your double or nothing chance away. We want to get this settled. And shout out Nisha for even saying that. You know, where's the solution in this? What's gonna happen? Because it made me think of one. So, with that being said, I do want to end this episode. I got some running around to do. Appreciate you pulling up here, Taz, and going over
I
that
mean, let
with
me
me.
say this though, bro, because for me, that was the solution in itself, though, bro. I don't, because like he's confused on how we got here. I didn't contest any of the results, but everybody knows, man. I didn't say anything about it. I didn't
At
do a
all.
stream about it. It was what it was,
You was
right?
gracious.
So,
You took that L graciously, even though it was
right,
weird. I appreciate you.
to like, nigga, I got the call about, some shit need to be done about it. So, like, don't put that on me. So, and I think that's the issue with him. He's trying to stick his chest out as opposed to recognizing you had a chance right here, right? Because listen, fam, this why I just wanted him to see it. I showed you that even in this conversation, he's telling you, just rewind it back. Jim Jones ain't no black messiah. I showed you that he is. And I showed you how in the course of that debate. The sad part is too many dumb niggas watching these debates. Sit your dumb ass down and shut the fuck up.
You ain't got no disagreement with me on that. And just to co-sign what you said, this guy here, Taz, lost graciously. He took that L on the chin, even though things seemed weird. He didn't go online and start complaining. He didn't do a video about it and drag me in the channel and none of that. Like I I respect that because I wouldn't do that to nobody else. I would call you. I might call you and cuss you out, but I ain't gonna do it like that. You know what I'm saying? I feel like we already put enough of our business in the streets, And we got
And I
these
didn't
people
do
from
that though.
different races looking at us crazy. Like these people can't look how they conduct themselves. It's a turn off when I see it on other platforms. But I definitely did hit him up and told him, hey, I don't like how that shit went down. It's confusing to my fans, to your fans. Let's go on here and clear it up. Any comments or statements you want to make, feel free. If you want to drag the judge, that's on you. You know what I'm saying? I can't stop you from doing that, but this needs to be done for transparency, for clarity, for the integrity of the space I'm creating here. And just to, I want everybody to feel comfortable and know that things are on the up and up. It's like no weird stuff going on. I felt like it could have been taken out of context. Like maybe I rigged the shit against you, because that's how I felt like it was looking. But like if I was to rig it, it wouldn't have even. I wouldn't have rigging it that way would have not been to my advantage. It would have been. Shout out Rob Bourne, man. Shout out Rob Bourne, the motherfucking legend in this joint, man. Shout out. What's up, bro? We got legends pulling up. How you feeling today, man?
What up? You can hear me?
You
Can't hear
hear
me? Oh,
Yeah.
What up, man?
You real
Yeah, I
low
just
though.
answered the joint because of the Facebook. He was like, pull up.
Oh yeah.
Y'all having a debate, so that ain't gonna fit this.
Yeah, I know you don't do the debates, but I also do presentations and discussions. So, like, if you have some info you want to bring to the people, I got a platform that's growing. You can do a presentation and we can close the panel and you can just drop your stuff and let them argue in the chat. Or you can always open the panel at the end. And if you want the smoke, I can let them give it to you, or we can instruct them, hey, we're going to be doing light discussion. Keep your decorum high because I'm just going to boot you. If y'all get to pressing the brother, I protect my guests, and it's all up to them. I got some people that say, hey, look, we want the smoke.
Days is long gone, bro. I don't even do that.
Yeah, I feel you. I know you can sitting on a lot of information because you done put me on to a lot and not even knowing who I am, just in me watching you. So,
hey, that just means Rob Bourne and calm down, though, nigga, because he used to debate and talk about all shit.
Used to be a live wire. I used to watch him in the streets, man. I've been watching for 10 years, so I'm definitely a fan.
Yeah,
and I appreciate you blessing my channel.
I mean, it's not like I don't study, like I'm reading shit, but I'm doing shit that I gotta do for myself. Mm-hmm. So it's just
salute,
like
brother.
That shit take time, trying to be doing all that shit, bro.
Even just having you around, even if you hit some open panels and share some information or correct some brothers, that'd be dope, man. All the pioneers of the game. Like I told you in the message, I'm big on giving the niggas they flowers while they still here, man. As you see, when I hit you up, like I didn't even want nothing. I just saw your name, like, you know what? Let me hit this brother up.
Yeah, no problem, bro. I don't like if dudes is building about shit. I don't mind.
And if you do know some people that got some information, you could put them on. Be like, you know what? I got somebody who doing something right now. Tell them Rob Bourne sent you so that way you can still get your favors. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's sort of like the dudes I mess with in this. It just got to be something you love to do, right?
Yeah.
But not just like you don't just start being. I like the debate culture. I'm just gonna that doesn't happen like that. You did this before the internet, before this shit. That's a part of you. So that's always gonna be a part of you. But the dudes I'm with, they feel the same way I feel. They be like, yo, son, these dudes is crazy. This shit is a circle.
It is. It is a circus.
Is Abraham real? Is the Bible real? Islam? Now it's FBA and and the shit just going. I'm like, yo, dog, ain't nobody building nothing. I'm done, son. Y'all niggas gotta have a that shit, bro. That's crazy.
I agree. I feel like it's my job. You know how Tupac said, like, I may not be the person to change the world, but maybe I could spark it. I feel like that a little bit. Like, I may not be able to clean up every other platform, but I just feel like I could try to lead by example. I could try to be genuine. And I may find out in 2 years that it's like a black president. Like, you come in thinking you're going to do something and nothing changes. I may get to that point one day. But I guess it's a journey I got to go through.
I do think, though, like, if you, like, look at Tariq and you look at these people, they create what you call, like, a digital product, right? And that digital product is their intellect, right? But it leads to events. It leads to people coming out doing shit. If you got some shit like that, like if I'm looking at Q Butter, a lot of people don't like him, but you ain't gonna deny he got this science shit going on. You not going. He got something.
Q Butter,
you ain't got nothing. He got that.
Yep.
Regardless of whatever people want to say about it, call it a school or institute. I don't give a goddamn what you call it. He got some place where he got kids at.
Yep. Now,
shout out Q Butter too. Yeah, if you got stuff like that, I'm saying, but making it like, yo, people feel like they in a real community and you can meet up and you can see people and shit. That's dope. But then that's gonna eliminate a lot of people because you're gonna get to see who's real and who's not. Who hiding behind these fucking screen names and shit. They don't want to come outside. They really don't want to come out.
And that's the next frontier for me is I'm about to have boots on the ground and we about to be doing community events with this. Um, I'm gonna be popping up in different cities where people at. Book a venue, do an event. Like I was on stuff like this before the conscious community with the music, and I think that's why my growth is going so fast because I'm literally just treating this like it's a record label. Like I'm treating it no different. I'm doing the exact same marketing things online, offline, and it's working for me right now. So, but again, I am all about the information. You not gonna see too much trash on here. I cut it short really fast, and I'm getting stricter. Um, and I want to bring people quality information. I know it's gonna get rowdy every blue moon, but like it's gonna be at a minimum. So, if you whenever you pull up, man, it's much appreciated. You know what I'm saying?
I'm
And
just
if you
listening in. I heard Jim Jones. I was like, wait a minute, what they talk about? They talking about the rapper nigga? Or he took
nah,
that crazy ass white dude?
yeah,
I said, all right, yeah.
go ahead and share your screen again, Taz. Pull up that Black Messiah, Jim Jones slide.
Shit, I took it down. No, did you see the debate, Rob Warren?
Nah. I literally came on here because I made a post earlier about James Smalls and Tariq.
Yeah, and I commented and told him to pull up.
And I was like, all right.
Oh,
So when I
okay.
came, I heard the end part of it.
Okay,
Was
so
Jim Jones a Black Messiah? And he said
Here,
no, and that type of shit.
this was the title. You can see it on the background right now. Was the Black Messiah movement of the 1920s and 1930s beneficial to Black people? And he was debating Zion Warchild. We're doing this whole recap because I had a problem with the judges. He didn't go by the system that I have, which is pretty much identical to the Lincoln Douglas debate system. He came up with his own like chat GPT style scoring system and then tried to present that. And I'm like, this is messing with the integrity of what we got going. These people didn't prepare for this system. So it was weird last night. So I just wanted to do a recap for transparency. The judge voted Taz the loser. Zion, the winner, ended up crashing out. Again, I'm not tolerating that type of behavior over here. They got to take that to other
he
channels,
gave that
which he said he was
motherfucker
gonna do.
goddamn board though, bro.
Yeah,
It wasn't. It ain't like it was, bro. He gave him a perfect in every fucking category of his debate rubric or whatever. Some weird shit. But
yeah,
no,
that's
so
weird.
what you heard though just now was, so for example, in the debate, my argumentation went up because the argument was about the 20s and the 30s. And so it was the Black Messiah movement of the 1920s and 30s beneficial to Black people? So my argument up to the point of where we got to Jim Jones is he's saying Jim Jones isn't a Black Messiah. I argued in the debate that he would be a Black Messiah because he studied under Father Divine. He studied under Albert Cleage, who wrote the book, The Black Messiah. He gave credit to the Black preachers who he got his information from so he could build a Black congregation and take them over to Guyana. Those people viewed him as a Black Messiah based on those religious principles all the way back in the 1920s that our people have still been following even up until this day. That was the argument.
It was a fire ass debate too. You should go check it out. It wasn't about like all that religion stuff. Is Abraham real? Like you be saying, it was actually something tangible.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
they educated me thoroughly.
that book that he just, the book Black Messiah speaks for itself.
Mm.
I mean, if the war child read that book, that's your answer. Like it's in the book because it's a Black tradition, but it's about people like Father Divine is known as a grifter. But was he saying he's a Black Messiah? Yes. Was what's that other dude? The other light skinned nigga that was what was his name?
You had
Daddy Grace.
Daddy Grace, Prophet
Yeah.
Jones. There's a gang
So
of them.
those would be considered your grifters. But then you would have to look to be like, what did they do in the Black community? Besides their religious rhetoric of this bullshit of that, were they contributing to Black causes? Did they give money to Black causes? I mean, that's where you make the separation. I didn't know it was in the 20s. I just heard y'all talk about Jim
Well, check
Jones.
this out, Robor. I
Yeah,
showed him yesterday that Father Divine did. Father Divine led a whole anti-lynching campaign in the whole nine. They built their
yeah.
congregation off of black liberation.
So that's where you gotta, yeah, that's where the line I would draw. And if you're talking about the 70s, all you gotta do is look. I put that in the comment section. So yo,
Mm.
when COINTELPRO said we looking to stop the rise of a black messiah, they ain't talking about Jim Jones. They ain't talking about them niggas. They talking about the people that is politically moving to actually change shit. They
Right.
don't want that. Now, if you was a grifter nigga and all that stupid shit, they don't give a fuck. Go ahead, do that stupid shit. You're not affecting the community because you're robbing the community. And you got these stupid black people listening to you. Now,
But
if
check
you
this out.
doing this shit to liberate black people and cause some shit, even though you got some pseudo religious shit behind you, that's a problem to me.
But check this out. So I argue that there's a metaphorical and a literal black messiah.
Yeah, that's a
That
fact. That's
it's
a
not
fact.
right. And so he never addressed both of those points, though. You know what I'm saying? He was ducking that shit. But Jim Jones is the metaphorical, right? But then in our community, we were taught a literal. You know what I'm saying? So it's just it's bad when we can't have a conversation. So I understand where you're coming from, and you know what I'm saying. He kind of ran from that. So I'm kind of glad somebody else came up that kind of understand that time period and what I'm talking about, because it's crazy to not acknowledge that the church was our centerpiece of where at that time. But it wasn't to the benefit in the later years once those air quote grifters got a hold to it. Once J. Edgar Hoover started to be able to designate who a black messiah could be. Because while we saying it's bad to assassinate one, we can't ignore the fact that they can create one.
Right. And they would kind of lead to the person that has their political agenda correct for them. If your political agenda doesn't add up to that, like meaning if you getting involved in politics and you getting involved in nationalism and you doing shit where it's like, okay, don't buy where you can't work. This is all the 20s and shit like that. And they doing like, what's that? The Black Hitler, the dude in Harlem running around there.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That story is fucking wild, son. He talking
Yeah.
about he a Jew and all that. I don't give a fuck what he talking about. This dude was leading people for labor. That's a problem to them because he's interfering. He's using his religious thing to interfere with the order of the day. But majority, you know, like there's a whole thing I did on the 20s. They called them black magicians. These niggas calling themselves African this, Shabazz this, and all these niggas were scamming. You know what I'm saying? But I understand what they doing. You came from the South. You in that great migration. And when you get here, it ain't really what it is. So those storefront churches pop up. All of that stuff pops up off of that because they like, yo, we got to figure out how to make it. So people were sick from what? Tuberculosis. I got the mixture to cure Nova Jew. They all do the same shit. They all do the same shit. But some of them really had their heart with the people. But a lot of them were drifters, and then later on, like you said, shit start going down. Shit start going crazy. Bro. Shit start going crazy.
Because that's something else he conceded, was that at some point they were able to create the Black Messiah, which he's not understanding. At that point, it's no longer beneficial. You're dead. Debate over. Right? Once you concede that they can now create the Black Messiah, and whoever it is they create, our people gonna follow. Yeah, that's no longer beneficial to us. And so I don't know. I hate when we can't, just get to the bottom of the argument and just had a conversation. He ran, you know what I'm saying? But that's what you heard.
You know what is a good one for that? This is a debate I be having with True Story and my brothers Never Lie. That's with Booker T. Washington, and then you got the Negro movement that comes after him, which is Hubert Harrison, right?
Mm-hmm.
When you see that, it's like, okay, you let this guy come to the White House, boom, 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 and they call him a accommodationist. Because the thing is, all right, we gonna help you build this school. We gonna help you. You stay the fuck away from all of this politics over here. All this lynching shit that we doing. He said some things about it, but the new Negro was like, nah, son, we ain't jacking that, son. We want this. So when they start stepping up, the machine is behind these people because they like Booker T. Washington. They don't like this new Negro movement talking about, yo, stop lynching, stop this. They mobilizing hundreds of thousands of people. They talking about reparate. Whoa, 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 whoa. No, 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 no. We want Booker. This is the guy for us. You niggas pick up with your buckets. Yeah, we did you dirty, but just pick up your bootstraps, get your trade, and get to work. Don't worry about the shit that's going on. So there's a thin line in between that shit. You know what I'm saying? That's a good ass debate though. That right there is crazy. And you see it right now. They put in front of us who they want. It's no different than a politician. It's no different. Them niggas don't never do what they say they gonna do, bro. They only do the shit for the people who put them in there. The lobbyists, the niggas who put all that millions of dollars up. They gonna make sure whatever backdoor deals, whatever contracts they want, they gonna serve them. No different than the mayor of New York City talking all this sucker shit. Oh, we're gonna stand up to Trump and as soon as you get in front of him, you tuck your tail, bro. What happened to all that hot shit you was talking? So it's the same. It's a game. I mean, but I get your point, but it could be argued. I mean, it could go both ways with that.
Yeah, it could definitely be argued for sure. The problem is he don't want to argue it. Like even in the debate, he didn't address it. And so, like I said, you can't just say, "Nah, I don't know why you bringing up Jim Jones." Well, fam, hold on. Let me tell you for the 5th time why I'm bringing him up. Can we? You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's the issue. It ain't that it can't be argued. It's like the argumentation for it seems to be going over his head. You know what I'm saying? And, you know,
now y'all situated the debate in the 20s and the 30s. I don't think you could bring them up.
No, hell no. It will see again if we leave it in the 20s and 30s, I think he wins. I wouldn't even accept that, right? Because in the 20s and 30s, I do think the Black Messiah movement was somewhat beneficial, right? I'm saying once we get to now, it's not, which is why I drove the debate up to now. I think he thinks that he can show a few benefits and say, see, I told you it's beneficial, where I'm showing, well, most of our community is following Christianity. I showed you how how the Black Messiah movement led us into the church, led us into Christianity. And that's the problem for me. We're not discussing that part of it. You ducking that. Like I said, I didn't just leave it at cult leaders. You know what I'm saying? For me, it was our community is church-based. We church-driven. 73% of Black people identify as Christian in the last little study they took. Yeah, that's. I mean, we've been following this shit for a long goddamn time, bro.
That's a rough one. I used to argue way back in the days with True. I'd be like, man, fuck the whole church. And he started coming, 1877, 17 this. I was like, yo, we be in the back chat. I'm trying to get this nigga. I can't get him, son. I'm like, yo, son, where you find this shit from, bro? Like, yo, man. Nah, son, the church is the Abrahamic faith is the worst thing that happened to Black people. I ain't trying to hear that shit. That's why we got our identity crisis. You can't even look at West African oral traditions without that shit. Oh, them niggas is from Yemen. These motherfuckers is from Europa, and they from Canaan and all that. Like, man, get out of here. That shit caused a big problem, bro. But then the way that you look at it from the historical point, what else were they gonna do? They did practice their shit. The first things that they did start wasn't the church, but when they separated from the church, this is where they got to be by themselves. And they never really argued about doctrine back then. This shit was like, yeah, you gotta be moral. Same thing like a Mason or anybody else. In order to join this shit, there ain't no gambling, ain't no none of that. We gotta show the white man that we are civil. There ain't none of that shit. Yo, don't be playing them advocate drums neither, man. Fuck out of here with that shit. Don't play that neither. This is what we doing. And Jesus is the God. And then they reading the book and they breaking it down. Wait a minute, we ain't the person hand. They lie. They point that shit out. Or they point out the Black figure. I don't got nothing to say about that. But when I start looking at it's the church where all of these things is happening, they didn't let us, yo, you can have voodoo. If that was the case, that it would have probably been a whole bunch of shit over here. But you know, some of them were revolutionary. Some of them were not. I'm saying, so Yeah, I had to sit down on that one and read, and I'm like, I get it. It's what we did with it at the exception of the freedom of black people. And then when you see that the time goes down and it goes to what you said, once they give us something, or the true civil rights movement, the 1860s, you see this happen. Then you see they revoke on it. Then you see 100 years later, 1960s, all right, this is what we doing. Yeah, we shall overcall this bullshit. And then you see this is where we at now. And that's the decline of black power right there. All of them militant black messiahs, we don't need you. Nah, nigga, I got the black caucus now. We with that. Originally they was good. Now you look at this shit now, you like, yo, this shit is all over the place. Niggas killing each other, police killing people, black judges is coming down hugging them. They hugging the goddamn people. And then once they get convicted and MacGyver, or what is it, 3 weeks later, I'm appealing the decision. I thought you were sorry. I thought you were sorry you killed that black person. Why you trying to get out? Nah. Sit down for that 7 years, homie. That's light work anyway. Sit down for that 7.
Big fact.
So it's like we look at Mike Brown and you look, it's the goal to point out what you're saying, right? They want to put not the other family that ain't with that shit. Oh, this guy is a Mason. We're gonna put his dad in the front. We don't need to tear the community. Yeah, this is the nigga we want you to be. Be this nigga right here. So I get it. It could go both. It's an interesting conversation. But I don't think that deserves a debate because you can point where is good and where is bad, right?
Yeah, no doubt. That's why I say I think beneficial is the word of choice I didn't mind rolling with, because we can bring that all the way up to now and I can argue it up to now. But again, we'll see what happens with this face off. I guess we're gonna debate something again. It's gonna be hell trying to come up with a title with this nigga.
Hey, I'm excited about this, the double or nothing.
Yeah, they going in the chat, man. They saying you were saying a bunch of shit. I don't know. I wasn't here. They said you called James Brown the Black Messiah.
James Brown. Oh, that's cap. No, that's cap. But I think he was though. He called James Brown the Black Messiah. That's the argumentation he was running from. He was trying to give Black Messiah to everybody, being the Black Panthers, James Brown, Aretha Franklin, every black success. He's saying that's a Messiah because, somebody followed him, somebody supported, even Tupac, even the reused rappers. You see what I'm saying? So, that's what he said. I ain't say that shit. Yeah, he said that bullshit. And then, like I said, he couldn't stand on it.
Yeah, I'm excited about this, man. We about to get this face-off scheduled this week. So expect to see expect to see Taz. Wait, what is it? What show YouTube name again? I keep thinking it's Goat Biters. It's not Goat Biters. It's Goat what?
Black YouTube Goat.
Black YouTube Goat. Make sure you're going to check out the Black YouTube GOAT versus Zion Warchild this week. It's going down, y'all. Double or nothing for the rematch. Zion walks away with $50 if he wins, and Taz will walk away with $100 if he defeats Zion in the rematch. Taz is moving on in the tournament. I had to remove Zion based on his conduct and decorum. We do have rules over here and sponsors, and we are very strict over here. So, yeah, Taz, based on his decorum, will be advancing. So, shout out to Taz. Let's give him a round of applause. Took that L graciously, even though it was, yeah, my apologies about that. And that's why I came here to make it right and to explain everything to him and to the fans, because I know you got a lot of people watching, as well as my people were confused. So.
Yeah, like I said, I appreciate it, bro. I mean, if it's on the up and up, bro, I don't give a fuck about no loss in a debate or no shit like that. It's just, that was like, bro, for real. Like,
it was weird. It didn't feel right,
And look, and it don't help when you talking to him and now you and him ain't, you know what I'm saying? you don't even understand what the fuck he talking about. Like,
It just looked bad. Looked bad.
I'm really sitting up here like, well, wait, what the hell is going on, bro?
Yep, I'm like, yep, I already know what I got to do, man. So we gonna do it again. We're gonna run it back. That one's in the history books. I was thinking about, should I have another judge replace him and come and rejudge it? But I still don't think that would be fair. It'd just be still complaints the other way. Like there's no winning sometimes. So it is what it is. I'm new out here. I'm still learning. So I appreciate everybody rocking with me. As you see, there's nothing disingenuous going on. Players mess up too. Players make mistakes. We just gonna take accountability and we gonna fix things moving forward. There will be some adjustments for round 2. I'm gonna make the announcement and do it in like a graphic form so everybody can see it and read it. But we are going to be submitting premises for round 2 to avoid confusion in our arguments. The affirmative will have to supply 3 sources. And that's how we gonna rock moving forward. Just so that way there is no ambush scholarship and people aren't arguing past each other. We need these arguments to be coherent and we need both debaters to be on the same page. It just makes it easier to judge. A lot of these damn debates that I've had, the judges have been calling me after they watch it like, what the hell? I don't know. Neither of them proved their point. And I'm like, well, write it down. If that's how you feel, write it down. I don't know what else to tell them. So, but to help give a better product for them to judge, I am going to be making some adjustments. So look for that coming up. And, again, I appreciate everybody rocking with you. Shout out Celebrity Suge in the building.
Nah, fam.
OG, hit me up, man. I need some of that game, man.
That's one of my stalkers, fam. If you're going to rock with that,
okay.
I ain't fuck with you at all. You'd be better off blocking that bitch.
I'm not hip to none of the backdrop, man. I want to keep it like that. The less I know, the better, man. That ain't got nothing to do with me.
He just here to, be like, bro, please don't waste your time, bro.
My bad about that. And, shout out.
I got stalkers, but the same way motherfuckers fuck with me, the same way I got supporters, I got stalkers. Sad.
Okay. I didn't know, man. I didn't know. All I see in the chat has been nothing but love for you so far. So, appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you. He said he's not about to entertain you. I don't know what's going on. I'm gonna mind my business. And with that being said, you want to give some closing remarks to your fans, because most of these people in here watching today are here for you, and they came from your channel.
Yes, like I say, I'm live and shit, bro. So I'm streaming it. So yeah, I do appreciate everybody coming out, checking this shit out. Like I say, I'm all for the debate shit. It just gotta be right. And I said that was some weird shit. And even now, like I don't know what the hell I'm gonna be able to come up with a debate with this crazy ass nigga. But we're gonna see, you know what I'm saying? Because it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure we'll be able to come up with something, even if it take us, a half hour of arguing to do it. We'll come up with something. So we're gonna do the double or nothing thing. We'll see y'all then.
Let's go. And let everybody know why we're here, the tournament that Taz was just involved in, and what they can look forward to on our channel.
These are not just speakers. These are thinkers, forged in fire. Warriors of words stepping into destiny. Welcome to the Coliseum of Arguments, where logic clashes with conviction and ideas spill like blood in the sand. 16 titans, 16 minds, one path to immortality. They come seeking truth, they fight for redemption, they burn for revenge. Featuring the intellectual elite of the Titans Debate League. Every round a new war, every word a new weapon. Every Titan ready to fall or rise in glory. This is not debate, this is combat. Step into the Coliseum of Arguments. Only the brave speak here. Are you not entertained?
And I am supposed to have a debate tomorrow with Chris Harris. I have some family stuff that came up, so I'm going to try to find another host to host it. But in the event that I can't, we're just going to have to reschedule the Chris Harris Apollo Bay one for tomorrow. I will not be able to make that. I'm going to see if my other host, Emmanuel, will be able to step in. I don't even know if I'm going to, I have to think about it because he's actually in the tournament. So I don't know if I want to muddy the waters having a contestant also host another debaters thing. Because if anything gets weird, that it'd just be what they try to use. So we may just have to reschedule that so that way I can be there for that. And again, appreciate everybody tapping in and tuning in. Make sure you go run up the numbers on Taz's page. Make sure you subscribe and hit that bell so you get a notification every time we go live. Assalamu alaikum, shalom, imhotep, and you guys have a beautiful day.